2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. Coming into tonight, a couple of goals they have. Stay aggressive on both ends, but also play with efficiency. It's a delicate balance, but they know it's the key to playing their best ball. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Look at Cleveland's starting group. The forwards are Osman and Love. Brandon Knight is out there with Sexton. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Grant. Shot clock at 5. And the shot no good, a bit short. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
They get it back. Love with the bucket.
Activity and effort and just waiting for the moment. Kevin Love picks that one up. Instinctual score there.
Now here's Grant. Robertson kicks to Adams. Grant outside. With some arc, and he sinks the layup.
And Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Sexton the pass to Love. Knight into the lane. He feeds it to Thompson. That one's not going to go. Adams, some nice D. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Grant outside. Pass to George. From the stripe, basket counts. George has got his first 2 points of the night.
And nothing you can do right there as George is aggressive, getting to the inside and over the top of the defense.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
There's so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Matthew Dellavedova. Hands out there with Zizic. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Stauskas in at the small forward position. Here's Schroeder. And no good that time. And Cleveland the other way now. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. Back to Clarkson. 4 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Ferguson. Defended by Dellavedova. Shot from 12. Ferguson misses. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4-point game. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Zizic. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Cleveland with it. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Poked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder out in front, up 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Reminds me of myself at the free throw line. They have been shooting horribly out there. This is not a team that should be executing so poorly on offense. They need to completely revamp their approach, move the ball, set better screens, find the open man, get to the basket. They need to get to the basics right now.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. And it's George in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. 6 to shoot. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Misses the 3.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stolen by Thompson. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Zizic has checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Stauskas subbed in for Brandon Knight. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Westbrook kicks to George. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Passes it to Sexton. Inside, Westbrook with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Grant, that's good.
Well, he's such an athletic forward. Absorbing contact is something that he's learning to do, getting much better at it.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the paint. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Zizic.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And the pass to Westbrook. Over Sexton. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adams has got the lead up to 6 now for Oklahoma City.
You know, a big guy with a motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Sexton is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And there's Chris, and it's Nance, and it's Osman in at the 3 slot. Now Chris, after Westbrook's missed 3.
Marquise Chris getting more and more used to using his body on the inside and dealing with the contact.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
Marquise Chris has potential oozing from his fingertips. So exciting and so athletic at that 4 spot.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 5.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Felton finds George. And it's Grant in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. on the attack. He has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating five, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Here is Felton, following the basket by Colin Sexton. And George kicks to Grant. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Wow, Jeremy Grant continuing to work on his game, stretching it out to the three-point line.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trail by 6. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was talking about with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep them focused.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, on top of everything else that you get from Russell Westbrook, you get some good foul shooting. Important trait for any point guard and great scorer in the league. Find your way to the line.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Jordan Clarkson coming through in the clutch.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Fires for three. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Oklahoma City. 6-point lead.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it's the Cavaliers now. Thompson passes to Sexton. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Robertson. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Paul, obviously your team is built on defense. It seems like that's a big part of this team's identity.
I mean, we take pride in our defense. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we hang our hats on is, locking down when it counts. And we stayed together and pulled this one out.
Great team effort tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.